Most people are not disrespected because they are weak. They are disrespected because they respond predictably. They explain when provoked. They defend when attacked. They react when tested. And the moment they do, they lose control of the situation. Stoicism teaches a principle that changes everything. You don't need louder words. You need smarter responses. There is a specific way of replying that immediately shifts power in a conversation, not through aggression, not through insults, but through calm precision. People do not push those who make pushing feel pointless. Most conflicts continue because the other person senses opportunity. They feel that you can be moved, pulled into argument, or forced to explain yourself. A Stoic removes that opportunity with a single, well-chosen reply, not to dominate, not to humiliate, but to end the exchange. This is why certain responses make people stop talking. They pause, they reassess, they back off. Not because you were rude, but because your reply carried weight. In this video, you will learn 5 smart Stoic replies that shut down disrespect instantly. Replies that close conversations instead of extending them. Protect your dignity without escalating tension. Make people think twice before testing you again. These are not comebacks. They are boundaries spoken calmly. And once you understand them, you will stop wasting energy on arguments that never deserved your attention. Stay until the end, because nobody messes with someone who knows how to respond without losing control. Before learning the replies, understand this Stoic truth. A reply is not just words, it is a position. Most people speak from emotion. Stoics speak from placement. When someone tries to shut you down, mock you, or dominate the conversation, they are not looking for information. They are testing where you stand. These first 2 Stoic replies are designed to end that test immediately. Smart Stoic reply. Number 1. That's not something I need to respond to. This reply is devastating because it removes obligation. Most people believe every comment deserves a reply. That belief is the source of their weakness. Stoicism rejects this completely. When you say this calmly, you are communicating 3 things at once. You heard them, you understood them, you chose not to engage. This destroys the power dynamic. You are not defending yourself. You are not correcting them. You are not offended. You are unavailable. Why this shuts people up? People provoke others to gain leverage. Leverage only exists when you react. This reply removes leverage without confrontation. Psychologically, it causes confusion. They expected anger, justification, pushback. They received certainty instead. And certainty is uncomfortable for manipulators. Real life use. Use this when someone makes a passive-aggressive remark. Someone tries to bait you into explaining yourself. Someone questions your choices with disrespect. Say it once, then stop talking. Silence after this sentence does the real work. Smart, Stoic reply. 2. I'm clear on where I stand. This reply ends pressure-based conversations. Most disrespect escalates because people sense doubt. They push harder when they think you are unsure. Stoicism removes doubt from speech. This reply is not about facts. It is about alignment. You are not saying, "You're wrong." You are saying, "My position is settled." Why this is so powerful? Manipulators rely on uncertainty. They keep asking questions. They keep reframing the issue. They keep pushing. This reply collapses that entire strategy. There is nothing left to negotiate. Psychologically, this signals inner stability, emotional maturity, self-trust. People rarely argue with someone who is internally settled. Real-life use. Use this when someone keeps pushing the same argument. Someone tries to make you second-guess yourself. Someone wants emotional validation. Say it calmly. No explanation, no follow-up. Let them sit with it. The Stoic psychology behind both replies. These replies work because they shift the frame. Instead of asking, "How do I defend myself?" you are stating, "I decide what matters." Stoicism teaches that attention is power. Where your attention goes, control follows. By refusing to engage emotionally, you reclaim control instantly. Common mistake that ruins these replies. Over-explaining. The moment you add reasons, you reopen the door. Stoic replies are short by design. Length invites debate. Clarity ends it. Stoic rule to lock in. Never reply to regain approval. Reply only to establish position. Deep Stoic shift. Important. Once you start using replies like these consistently, something changes. People test you less. Conversations shorten. Drama fades. Not because you became intimidating, but because you became predictable in restraint. Predictable restraint is authority. By now, you should understand something critical. Smart replies are not about shutting people up. They are about ending access. Most people think conversations end when words stop. Stoics know conversations end when emotional access is removed. The next two Stoic replies do not just stop disrespect. They redefine your position permanently in the other person's mind. Smart Stoic reply. 3. I'm not interested in continuing this. This reply is not rude. It is final. Most people are trapped by politeness. They continue conversations they mentally left long ago. Stoicism rejects false politeness. This reply does something powerful. It does not argue the topic. It does not challenge the person. It challenges the right to continue. Why this reply is so heavy? Disrespect survives through momentum. As long as the conversation continues, the other person believes they still have influence. This reply kills momentum instantly. Psychologically, it signals, you are aware, you are calm, you are done. And done is terrifying to people who rely on engagement. They cannot escalate because there is nothing to escalate against. Real life. Use. Use this when someone keeps pushing boundaries, someone argues in circles, someone enjoys provoking reactions. Say it once, then disengage physically if needed. No explanation, no justification. Silence after this reply is what seals authority. Smart Stoic reply. Number 4. You don't have access to me like that. This is one of the most powerful Stoic replies because it names the real issue, not the topic, not the words, but access. Most disrespect happens because people believe they are entitled to your emotions. This reply removes entitlement. Why this shuts people down completely? It reframes the interaction. Instead of, let's talk about what you said, it becomes, let's talk about why you think you can speak to me this way. That shift is devastating. The person suddenly realizes this was never about opinion. It was about overstepping, and overstepping cannot be defended easily. Real life use. Use this when someone speaks to you casually without respect, someone crosses emotional boundaries, someone assumes familiarity they haven't earned. This reply works best when spoken calmly, slowly, without emotional charge. Calm delivery makes it undeniable. Why these replies change everything. Replies number 3 and number 4 do something earlier replies did not. They train people how to treat you. Most people complain about disrespect while still allowing access. Stoics remove access first. Once access is removed, tone changes, behavior adjusts, or the person disappears. All 3 outcomes are acceptable. The Stoic psychology of access. Stoicism teaches a brutal truth. People respect boundaries they cannot bypass. The moment someone realizes pressure no longer works, they stop applying it. These replies teach that lesson without confrontation. Common error that weakens these replies, tone mismatch. If you say these replies emotionally, they sound defensive. If you say them jokingly, they sound insecure. Stoic delivery is neutral. No anger, no sarcasm, no apology, just fact. Stoic, rule to lock in. Do not explain your boundaries. Boundaries explained are boundaries negotiated. Boundaries stated and enforced become reputation. The deep Stoic shift, important. After using these replies consistently, something internal happens. You stop preparing arguments. You stop rehearsing responses. You stop fearing conversations because you know one thing. You are not trapped in any interaction. Freedom is the strongest position. At the highest level of Stoicism, you stop collecting replies. You stop preparing words. You stop anticipating disrespect because you realize something profound. The strongest reply is not verbal. It is positional. The final Stoic reply does not aim to silence someone once. It ensures they never try again. Smart Stoic reply. Number 5. I don't need to prove anything. This sentence is not defensive. It is liberating. Most disrespect is an invitation to perform, to justify your intelligence, to explain your choices, to defend your confidence, to validate your worth. A Stoic refuses the stage. This reply removes the other person's role entirely. No judge, no audience, no trial, just self-possession. Why this is the most powerful reply of all. Every disrespectful interaction asks a hidden question. Can I move you? This reply answers without emotion. No. You are not offended. You are not angry. You are complete. Psychologically, this collapses the entire power structure. The other person realizes there is nothing to gain, no reaction to extract, no leverage to use, and without leverage, pressure dies. The Stoic endgame. This is the core. Stoicism is not about saying the perfect thing. It is about ending the need to say anything at all. Once you stop trying to prove intelligence, strength, confidence, value, you become unreachable, not arrogant, not detached from humanity, unreachable to nonsense. This is why Stoics spoke less as they matured, not because they lacked words, but because fewer things deserved access. Why this response works. Long-term replies, nor 1 to 4 train behavior. Reply number 5 reshapes identity. People stop seeing you as someone to challenge and start seeing you as someone to navigate carefully, not out of fear, out of respect, because they sense you don't chase validation, you don't need agreement, you don't react to provocation, and people do not mess with those who are internally settled. The Stoic law of irrelevance. Fake confidence needs applause. Real confidence does not. When you stop proving, others lose the ability to test. Disrespect requires participation. You withdraw it permanently. This is not silence born from weakness. This is silence born from completion. What your life looks like after this, you stop rehearsing conversations, you stop replaying arguments, you stop explaining yourself to people who never had authority over you. Your words become fewer, your presence becomes heavier. People either adjust their tone or remove themselves. Both outcomes protect your peace. Stoicism accepts both without emotion. Final Stoic rules. Lock these in forever. Do not reply to impress. Do not speak to regain approval. Do not explain what you have already decided. Protect access more than ego. Let calm consistency build reputation. This is how Stoics became untouchable without becoming hostile. Final Stoic closing. The seal. You do not gain respect by outsmarting everyone in the room. You gain it by becoming someone who does not need to compete for it. Say less. Stand firm. Withdraw from nonsense. According to the Stoics, the person with the strongest replies is eventually the one who no longer needs to reply at all.